Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. If you just join us, as you can see by the logo, Lafourche, actually the Sheriff's Office believes that they are, and actually are confident that they have solved a murder case of 16 years ago. And we just heard from Sheriff Craig Weber, the Sheriff of Lafourche Parish. And now at the news conference, as he alluded to, we're going to hear from Joycelyn Terrebonne, who is actually a grandchild of the victim.
I would like to say that 16 years ago, our lives changed. The unthinkable happened. We lost my little maman, my precious maman. She didn't die naturally. She didn't die in an accident. She died at the hands of somebody committing a very evil act. She was very precious to us. She was my dear maman who spoiled me since the time I was a baby. She was my mama's mama. She's somebody's sister. She was very precious to us. And 16 years ago, after finding out what happened to my dear grandmother, we began to pray and ask God that whatever was done in darkness be brought to light. Don't ever underestimate the power of prayer, because the darkness has been revealed. Somebody has been caught. God has shown who has done this, who did this to my grandma. I want to thank the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Department for never giving up. Until it happens, may it never happen to anybody else. May you never experience such a horrific event in your lives. To have a family member, a precious, defenseless family member, slain, slaughtered, killed. I would not wish it on anybody. It's something that you would never want to experience. But I want to thank the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office for never giving up. We never gave up on her. We think about her every day, and we're very thankful that they never gave up on her. And I also want to add to Sonny and Diane's family members who are innocent in all of this. I know that they have to be hurting too, because I would be very hurt also to know that I had a family member who was capable of something like this. And I want to send my prayers and thoughts with them too, because that's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. When you think about what they did, it's got to be very hard. So I pray also for their family members who had to endure all of this through the years as well.
There you have it. Very touching, and a sad tragedy that occurred 16 years ago, and you can see the passion and the love in Miss Terrebonne's face. And some things are tough to report on. This actually is one of them, but at least according to the Sheriff's Office, the silver lining is that they have the responsible person, or at least persons involved in the crime. So what we'll do, we're actually going to open the phone lines now. If you want to comment on it, and again, my thoughts are kind of, what Ms. Terrebonne said, not with the passionate, certainly, because over here at HTV, we didn't know the victim, and you can tell that they love the victim so much. But she did allude to the fact that in this particular case, the Sheriff's Office never gave up. And I think that that is admirable of the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office for continuing for 16 years on this case, and following up on it, following up on recent leads that came available, assigning someone specifically to it, and getting an arrest accomplished in this particular case. So we'd like to hear from you. The phone lines are open, 879-1231, 879-1231. You can comment on this case. You can comment or really on anything as a normal or as usual. It's an open topic, and we'd just like to hear from you. If you give us a call, 879-1231. Thanks for calling, and welcome to Bayou Time.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good tonight, bro. Pretty good.
Well, good.
I'd like to take my hat off to Sheriff Craig Weber.
Yeah, that's a good job, huh?
Good job.
Yep.
He takes care of us. And that woman, she spoke like a real Christian.
Well, you're right. I mean, she understood.
From the heart.
She spoke from the heart, not only from her personal hurt, but her understanding of the hurt of the
Exactly.
family. And I just thought that was really a class job.
Yeah, when you go through something like that, you realize the other family hurts too.
Right.
And she did a good job. She's a real Christian.
Yes.
That's all I have to say, Jimmy.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Good job, Craig.
Okay, thank you very much for the call. I really appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Welcome to Bayou Time.
Jimmy,
Hey.
this is Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
You spoiling that baby?
Every chance I get.
What I'm calling about, we was up underneath the twin span,
All right.
and they got bullhead sharks in intercoastal.
They have what?
Bullhead sharks,
Really?
and we seen one down there about 5-6 foot long.
Really?
Yeah,
And that's got to be, I've never heard of that before. Have you?
Well, they coming in because there's no food out in the Gulf because of the oil spill.
Okay.
And
But
in fact, I watched on national news they all the way up to St. Louis in the Mississippi River,
all right. So it's bull sharks then, huh?
and they will go after people.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if anybody's reported that to the Wildlife and Fisheries.
I did.
Okay, good.
They said they're not gonna put up any signs.
Okay. Well, we'd like to get the word out, that's for sure.
Well, what it is, I call HTV for them to investigate it.
Okay.
You know, see why nobody's doing nothing about it, and you know that's kind of silly. You know, you got people dying, can get killed.
Yeah.
You got kids out there on the inner tubes they're dragging around,
Right.
and nobody wants to do nothing about it.
Well, you know, that's my concern. I remember years ago, I mean, that's where I learned how to water ski. And
Look, I used to jump off them old bridges.
yeah, you know, and I know, you know, now that they have, you know, all of the, you know, what do you call the jet skis and yeah, all of the motorized vehicles there. I mean, a lot of people utilize that area.
I remember seeing them out in the Gulf when I worked on the rigs,
Yeah,
and these things are fast.
yeah,
You know, and it's ridiculous that you know, the Coast Guard said they can't do nothing about it because you know they don't know nothing about the bullhead sharks.
right. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you called, and you know, maybe the HTV can send a camera crew out there and see possibly if they can get some, you know, some
What
of it.
it is, they got a bunch of little ones come out there. When the water's cool,
Right.
you'll see them circling out there,
Okay.
and they're about I guess 8 to 9 inches long. But here the big one shows up, and I says, that's ridiculous.
Right.
And I did call Wildlife and Fishery, and all they were about putting signs up. Nobody has to put signs up. Just get somebody out there and investigate them.
Well, let me ask you. What do you know what they're? Because I'm not very knowledgeable on what their normal source of food is. Do you?
Well,
I guess it's other fish, but I really don't know.
They eat big fish. They got they can get a hold of a big fish or dog or something like that.
Okay.
You know? And but here it is. You got somebody splashing in the water.
Right. Oh, I know. I understand the danger. I understand that. I'm just curious about what they normally eat out in the Gulf that apparently they're not being able to.
They don't eat crabs and stuff like that.
I see.
They normally eat, something that's moving in the water, and they'll chase it.
Right.
And
Okay.
they are very fast sharks.
All right.
We used to catch big rat reds.
Right.
I mean, or whatever you call them,
Yeah.
off the rigs. And sometime when we pull up, that sucker's got a hold of that fish.
Yeah.
You know.
I understand.
I couldn't believe I seen them attack other sharks. The what they call them, sand sharks, the blue ones.
Right.
They actually catch them and get them.
Yeah. Well, okay, good. Look, thanks for the call. I really appreciate it, and we'll see if anybody else may have seen something.
Solve that case because it needed to be solved.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, it gives some, at least hopefully, some closure to the event, you know, to the family.
I prayed for the family.
Yeah.
Back 16 years ago, that they, you know, catch them, you know.
Right.
And you got to pray for the people that done it because
I understand.
you don't know what caused them to do it.
Yeah.
You know, greed or money or what.
Yeah, no telling. And I'm sure, you know, during the further investigation, all of that will come to light.
And we got too many murders going on around here now anyway.
Yeah, well, I tend to, yep. I think one's too many. Okay, thank you for calling.
All right, buddy.
All right, good. Appreciate it very much.
Hello?
Thanks for calling. Welcome to Bayou Time.
Hello?
Hello, yes, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Oh, I just want to say I congratulate Craig Weber on that cold case file or whatever.
Okay.
And I think he should go get through that Alidor area in Rayson, check on some cold case files in there.
All right. Well, I'm sure he's gonna, you know, he's got somebody specifically on the staff to go through some of the cold case homicides.
I so congratulate him. Okay, then. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Thanks for calling. Welcome to Bayou Time.
Yeah, my comment is I'm very happy that they closed that case.
Right.
But I pray to God that they solve the case of my son being killed 3 years ago, and they don't know who did it. They don't have no evidence or anything.
Right. Well,
and I really wish and hope and pray to God that they would just find out who did it so that we can have some closure also.
Well, and I understand that, and I guess what you can at least take from this is to know that the Lafourche Sheriff's Office is not going to give up, and that's a good thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call very much, and good luck. We hope that case gets solved as well. What we'll do, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. Don't go away. We're going to have much more here tonight on Bayou Time.